actually don't think this has anything to do with the fact that that he was texting. I think that he was just being an unsafe driver, trying to, trying to flex, right? Driving fast. It's just being an unsafe driver. Straight up, real shit. And so, yeah, you activate by Siri. How can you be so stupid? He didn't know. He's a kid. He didn't know this. Like, whenever I was 19, I remember one time, so, like, I went down, like, so this is, like, I used to drive like Jack did. Like, I did. I drove like this for, like, my first year of having a car. And then the time that I stopped, he's a kid? He's 19? Yeah, exactly. Like, he's a kid. He's a kid. He's 19 years old. He's a kid. He's not legally a kid, but he's a kid. Everybody knows that. And so, like, you look at him, this looks like a kid. And so, anyway, my point is that, so, like, I was driving, and like, I was driving back, I remember it was, like, me and Jeff, and, like, we had just, like, gone back from, like, his house, and, like, I picked him up from his grandma's house, and we were going to, like, my house, because, like, him and Cody were going to stay the night or some shit, and, like, we were just going to play WoW all night, and, so, I'm, like, driving, and, like, I rip a bitch, I turn onto, like, a road, and it's, like, this 2-lane road, right, and there's, like, a massive cliff off the road, and it's wet, and I'm driving, like, I'm talking, like, 80 miles an hour, and this is, like, a 30-mile-an-hour zone, and I'm just, right, I'm just going as fast as I fucking can. And then I remember I could realize, like, whenever I was driving past another car, it was dumb, it was. And so I was driving past another car, I realized that I didn't have control of my car because the wheels were, like, a little bit fucked, right? I lost control. And I realized, like, I actually just, like, literally slid past this other car. Like, I got, like, saved by God or some shit like that, right? And so, like, after that, we pulled up, and I just thought to myself, I said, okay, that's it. That's the last time I'm gonna drive like this ever again in my life. And I never did. I never did. Like, that was the one time, like, because I didn't realize, like, what could happen, right? Plot armor? Yeah, Jesus took the wheel, exactly. And so, live and learn. Yeah, no, that was the last time I ever did that. Like, I mean, I've driven, like, fast before, sure, right? But, like, I'm extremely measured, and I don't take any risks like that, you know? And so, yeah, it's crazy. What's really impressive, this better be a McLaren advertisement, I'm gonna be honest. This is a great advertisement for McLaren. Nobody's hurt. Crazy. Like, you can crash out like this and he walks out, no problem. That's incredible. That's amazing. Like, look at that. That's wow. Holy shit. The other guy was hurt? Well, I mean, like, but, like, how hurt, though? Like, I mean, are we talking about, like, just some cuts? Are we talking about, like, you know, hospital? Yeah, minus the shirt. Yeah, I mean, his bank account's hurt, I'll tell you that. This is like a $400,000 car, right? And so, yeah, he got fucked over. So, yeah, okay, I'm buying one. Driver was fine. Yeah. I'm too scared to wreck mine. I would never, like, I'm that kind of guy, like, I don't want to have an expensive car, right? Because, like, if I have an expensive car, now I'm worried about fucking up the car. Like, the last thing I want to do is have something to be worried about. Like, that's the last fucking thing I want to think about. And so, like, I worry about fucking up my car now, right? Obviously, but it's not the same type of situation. And so, yeah, I never used mine too. Yeah, exactly. His cameraman was hurt, bleeding from his head. Yeah, but, like, is he bleeding from his head? Like, because is that, like, just a windshield, a little bit of cut, or is it, like, actual, like, trauma, right? Because I feel like if it was actual trauma, like, he probably wouldn't be doing that. But I don't know. I didn't see the whole clip. Downplay? No. Well, maybe the cameraman never dies. Yeah, maybe that's not true. But certainly the driver, you know, Jack, looked fine. You know, face has a lot of blood vessels. A small cut can do a lot of bleeding. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's why, like, I don't know. Probably because he didn't get seriously hurt. He won't learn from this. People like this never learn. Well, they will eventually, right? You know, that's called natural selection. Sometimes they get a lesson so hard they get naturally selected. That's what happens, right? Or they die. Yeah, that's right. That's it. What kind of car are you driving? I've got a Discord DJ channel. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about it, right? But it's good that he's okay. And I also think, like, it's a great thing that nobody else except for him and his dumbass friend got hurt. You know, like, nobody else got involved with this. Nobody else got fucked up. Extremely lucky. Extremely lucky that happened, man. Like, that's a fact. Bottom line, absolutely. No, just realization I could have died. You can give a wake-up call. Yeah, that's what it was for me, right? I didn't get hurt. I just realized, you know, like, this is, I need to, like, tone it the fuck down. And so, yeah. The hydroplaned insurance will cover it, as it was a single car accident. I highly doubt they're gonna cut, especially if there's footage of him being like texting and driving. Like, I'm pretty sure that if you text and drive, it's distracted driving. So, like, even if something goes wrong with the car, and also, like, he was accelerating way faster, like, you could see how fast he was going. Like, it was 100% unsafe driving. Like, if I was the insurance, I wouldn't cover it. I don't think they should have to cover it. That's bullshit. Because he's driving too fast and he's texting. There's no way. Yeah, even if it's a hydroplane, yeah, 100%. Because he probably wouldn't have hydroplaned if he was driving a safe, a safe speed. Like, that's it, yeah. Especially, like, accelerating like that in, like, a performance car? What are you thinking? Yeah, it's not even a question. Covers cars, advertising costs? Yeah, exactly, right? They won't 100% because of legal action? Yeah. But anyway, that's really what I think. But, yeah, fuck. I'm trying to think, like, what else even happened? Like, yeah, like, yesterday, like, I went, I did that, and I got Taco Cabana, and then I passed out on the floor, actually on the futon over there, and woke up. I slept for a while. Like, I feel like I was asleep. I don't even know when I woke up. I don't know when I went to bed. I don't know anything. Like, I'm just out. And so, yeah, deserves what he gets is stupid. Exactly, right, yeah. But we're back in it, back on it every day, like I try to usually do. Did you watch McConnell beat Mesmer? No, how many hours did it take him? Like, probably like 7, 9, like 12? Like, what was it? Yeah. Did you have any drinks? Yeah, I had a Dr. Pepper. I don't drink alcohol. Like, I'm not afraid, like, so... I'm not like one of those people... Some people go and they're like, they don't want to drink alcohol for any reason. Like, I'm not afraid of drinking alcohol. I just don't like it. I don't like the taste. I just don't like it. But yeah, no alcohol. Yeah, pressure drinking. Yeah, no, it's like everybody else is drinking. Sure, it's just not something I get into. So yeah, I choose not to. Yeah, I'm not afraid of it, or I'm not like, it doesn't really bother me. It's just I don't like it. So yeah, it's that simple, right? And plus it's made out of fruits. Ooh, real bad. Get ready for Gotcha Game slop. You freed us. Ooh, I wouldn't say freed, more like under new management. From Tencent buying Ubisoft, hey, I'm gonna be honest. If I was an investor at Ubisoft, I would beg and plead, please do a Gotcha game. Please, I have lost my ass on this fucking stock. I am down horrendous. Please make a fucking Gotcha game. You've got to do something. Is that happening? I don't know. Maybe it is. I have no idea. Tencent owns GGG for years. They're doing fine. I think they are too. I feel like this this trepidation and fear of Tencent is primarily unfounded. I think Tencent owns so many things that you can't really attribute anything bad to them because they own a lot of companies that are good. So, I mean, they own part of Larian, they own Grinding Gear Games, they own Riot, they own a lot of companies. And so, like, what are we really talking about? It's just anti-China? I think it is too, I do. But yeah, there's Gotcha game slop. I'm gonna be honest, I'd rather a Gotcha game than fucking Dustborn. Like, let's be honest, all Tencent has to do if they acquire Ubisoft is clean house, hire base devs, announce a new Splinter Cell game with a badass story, and make the women hot. Easy profit. Is that right? Yeah, I feel like that would probably, I mean, that would probably bring back a lot of people. Like, I'll tell you that. Like, that would be probably a good idea. Yeah. Tencent even owns parts from software? Yeah, they're just an investment company, right? It's the same as like BlackRock or something like that. Like, a lot of the big investment companies that you guys hear, if you actually think that them investing in a company is bad, they have invested in so many companies that it would be harder to find a company that they're not invested into. So it's like you paint with such a broad brush that what you're saying. Oh, actually, this reminds me. I actually made a tweet today. You guys can believe that. I did a tweet, and yeah, you paint with such a broad brush, people, it doesn't matter. So there's been like that. So Mischief says in Steam Curator desperately needs to overhauling. It feels like 99% of it is filled with schizophrenia-fueled anti-woke posting. Sweet Baby Inc. did not even exist when Until Dawn was made, nor does Insomniac have any involvement with the remake. Yeah, I don't really know whether this is true or not, but so I go and I make a response because this is what's been happening with a lot of these like woke lists, right? Like you guys have seen this. Davidian made react to actual Chinese people was eye-opening me. Yeah, no doubt. And so I saw this guy's post. He didn't even make any good arguments. People who disagreed. Well, that's not the point, right? And so I responded. I said a big issue is the binary distinction with woke and DEI labels. It casts such a wide net that it becomes meaningless and it's ridiculous. Elden Ring and Space Marine 2 being categorized as woke are examples. The system would be a lot better if it was a spectrum. So I think this is a pretty reasonable thing to say, right? It's very much a reasonable thing to say because, you know, if you have a system that categorizes Space Marine 2 as woke in the same category as Dustborn, you're doing the people that are using the system a disservice because, it's like a firecracker and an atom bomb both explode, but one of them is a lot worse than the other, right? And so it's like you want to say, oh, it was just an explosive, like you're downplaying it. And so what ends up happening is like I read a lot of these responses, and I don't even think that they read what I wrote. It's obvious modern politics is involved in the games. I don't know anyone seriously thinks Elden Ring or Space Marine 2 is woke. No, it is. It's on the list. Look it up. You're right, but no one's like current day. I feel like DEI fans have enough Spectrum issues without adding another one. And like I'm reading some of these comments here, and honestly, just go normal pre-COVID time, woke this, woke that. I don't think that like half of these people even read what I wrote. Like, they didn't even read it. Like, they refuse to agree with you, bro? No, it's like, even the ones that are agreeing with me, like, I don't even, what the hell happened? Like, I'm not mad that people are disagreeing, like, that's fine, but, like, I'm getting worried, boys. I'm getting scared. I'm like, so, yesterday, whenever I was at the wedding, there was somebody I was sitting